active Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers, welcome to your 8-card draw. What do I need? Shadow read for this full moon in Gemini to new moon in Capricorn, December 2022. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. 24 and a half years in service as a S corporation at the time of this recording, and I'm really happy about that. I'm also the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. If it's available on Kindle, there's a link in the description box. You would preview it for free, and it makes a lovely gift to yourself, them Words of Grace. A lot of what I learned along the way is in there. Go check it out if you like. And I'm really happy about that. You know what else I'm really happy about? Really, honestly, to the core of it all, I'm a creator on Patreon. It's the best career move I ever made, at least to date. Setting up new subscribers just to hit our 1-year anniversary. We just added Seeker and Mystic. Really wonderful opportunity there for creative types like myself. I am a mystical artist, spiritual teacher, healer, reader, blah, blah, blah. Professional witch, a wonderful way for me to kind of dodge the algorithm and get my work out to people who really want it. All of my subscribers get me every morning with an unlisted YouTube live stream link. So I chat with them, talking about the day's astrological, weather of the day, magical application, spiritual implication, a little blessing, a little something to send us on our way. I do it from the couch with a cup of coffee. It's my favorite way to start the day, even though it rhymes. Love it over there big time. All of my subscribers also get all the extended readings, and I started doing them years ago. So all levels, they get part 2. Part 1 on YouTube. There's a part 2 on Vimeo. I love Vimeo on demand. Blessed be Vimeo on demand. But all of my subscribers get all of them, past, present, and into the future, as long as they subscribe. And we've been doing a lot of cool stuff there. We got some tarot parties coming up for the month of December. Maybe a little tipsy tarot party. We'll see how that goes. But do check it out. And if you are a creative type yourself, I highly recommend it. But if you want the deeper experience, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, come Patreon on Patreon. I'm the Archangel of the Lyons, Angelo Lyons. But you can just call me Mal. Hi, Scorps. The best thing I love about the Scorpio readings is I get to wear all black, and when I do shadow reads, all of them get black. So the wardrobe choices are a bit simpler. Wearing a black cashmere hoodie at the moment feels so delicious. So let's get down to biz, shall we? Just in case you're new to the channel, an 8-card draw is just one card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. Therefore, a timed read, not a timeless reading, but you can go back through the playlist and look at perhaps trickier times and see if there's some insight there for you. We're looking at a waning moon from full to new, December 2022. So to do the alchemy, the letting go, the releasing, the surrendering, I prefer the language of spiritual alchemy from lead to gold. Lead having 3 more atoms than gold. You wax, you release, you transform, because energy can't be created or destroyed, only change. You have to transform it. That's what the waning moon and shadow work is essentially about. And there are many links in the description box in a little section like related videos for deeper study on shadow work, the shadow effect. Featuring Debbie Ford. There's Byron Katie, The Work, BYRONKATIE. There's a lot of info on there. I am a spiritual teacher. I've been in the New Age metaphysical, spiritual, pagan, who's what's this industry since 1988. So, you know, I'm doing the best that I can to deliver what I incarnated to do in this life. Pardon that noise in the background. It's Optimus Prime out in the parking lot, self-flagellating himself with a garbage, the garbage thing, the trash thing. I live in a condo village. They come when they want, and I'm glad they do. But look, let's look at this astrological timeline, because there's a lot going on. Full moon in Gemini, Wednesday, December 7th, 11:08 p.m. Eastern. I am in New York. That is Gemini, ruled by Mercury on Wednesday, the day of Mercury. Mercredi, mon ami. And that's really powerful, and that's why I put out, I'll be putting out the 5-card draws before that to plant that seed, and that's what I do, particularly for the new moon. Will be coming. We'll talk about it, because the 2 weeks following, we've got some interesting stuff. First of all, the 21st of December, Yule, winter solstice, right? The beginning of the spoke of the wheel of the year to plant new intentions, right? We're out of the dark and the light starts to wax. And then 2 days later on the 23rd, Christmas Eve, if you want to call it that. New moon in Capricorn on Friday, December 23rd, 5:17 a.m. You get to wake up with that in the morning, which is wonderful on a Friday. 10th house. Capricorn, long term, right? Highest potential in love on the day of Vendredi, Venus, Friday. But also on that day, Chiron, the wounded healer, goes direct. An asteroid in Aries. So that could be really tricky, the 3 days building up to that. The 3 days before the new moon is called dark moon. And that's when the shadow work tends to get very intense, right? That last little bit of it, the last darkness before the dawn, right? So you do a little bit of this every day, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You got a better chance of clearing the field to plant a very, very strong intention at that new moon. Got it? So it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to see if there are other areas of your life that you can do a little alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace. And cross-watchers, just watching these, you could have some sympathy, some empathy, some understanding for the one you're cross-watching for. But if you apply this to yourself, the alchemy will happen for you as well to a certain extent, and you will be helping the one you are cross-watching attain the same thing, because that's how holographic reality works. I know, it's the quantum stuff, whatever. But also, Scorpios, if you do this, you'll be helping the entire Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs do the same, shifting the entire world to a more golden rather than leaded timeline. Healthier, happier, wealthier, wiser. You get the gig? Good. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do my best to get to the clarity, guidance, and grace to do the shadow work. Because if we don't, who's going to do it, number one? And it's going to keep showing up in the world through violent, dark outbursts that are no fun at the holidays or otherwise. So please take a nice deep breath. Let's do this. Still point. I just heard them say, I've got you. We've got you. So here we go. Using the Caroline Myss archetype cards, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. Please, beloved pantheons of the divine, what is the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra of the Scorpios and the cross-watchers? Reason, season, or a lifetime, sending down the codes to the other chakras, shifting the electromagnetic dynamics, what they attract, what they repel, so that they no longer, of their own free will, no longer need to delay what cannot be prevented, doing the shadow work, the healing, the releasing, the letting go. This full to new December 2022, the Knight archetype, K-N-I-G-H-T, masculine family archetype. Now, just because it's a masculine family archetype doesn't mean it has to be biologically male. You can be dealing with this a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I don't have the Knight archetype in my alchemical chemistry anywhere. Sacred Contracts, Caroline Myss, wonderful book, life-changing. But there is also a feminine family archetype, right? Of the 9 different families. So the shadow attribute written over here symbolically is the lead, the light, the gold, and you alchemize it little by little by little, and we're all on a percentage scale somewhere in all of our archetypes, and that's why those 3 atoms between lead and gold on the periodic table, we will be asking Lord Ganesh, remover of obstacles, to help us with that in our second card down. And our last card down will be the hidden blessing, the gold within the lead, should you do your best to do the alchemy and the shadow work. Shall we? Let's see what, don't call her Ms. May, she hates that. Let's see what Caroline has to say. The shadow attribute, allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle. All right, that's still on the planet. And romantic delusions. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to remove all of those all at once? Well, they weren't created all at once, so they have to be dismantled all at once. Imagine that, right? Allegiance to destructive rulers disappearing from the planet little by little, and romantic delusions going along with them. The light you're shooting for: loyalty, romance, and chivalry, love of honor. And if you're not familiar with the word chivalry, it's not a word we come across all that often anymore. Unfortunately, it's not dead. It's just been in a coma for the past century, apparently. Look up the code of chivalry. Talk about an honor code, right? And that's what the knights had to swear, you know, an oath of chivalry. And a love of honor, very solar plexus, because we're going to be looking at chakras here. So let's keep going. Next 4 chakras down: the internal world, the feminine energy; the psychological world, mental, spiritual, mental, willpower, and emotional power in those chakras. That's why we're using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot to see what you need to be aware of inside of there, because bottom line, third chakra is your willpower. You choose or decide to do this healing, this shadow work, whatever it is or not. You can choose to delay, but you don't have to. Please take a nice deep breath. Right? How many lifetimes do you want to keep coming back? Still point. Oh, that feels nice, though. Okay. As I call upon my goddesses of water, sign of Scorpio, powers of the West. This feels very heart chakra. Don't know what the card is, but please leave the right one in my hand. For the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, what do they need to be aware of? Heart, third eye crown, internal, internal goddess, feminine energy dynamic. This full to new, December 2022. I thought so. The Pisces card, we'll talk about it. It's a court card, but definitely element of water, emotional power, and heart chakra. It is a court card. Pisces, that would be the Knight of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite based tarot. Mutable water, dolphin and shark, though technically a dolphin's not a fish, but those two fish, mutable, changeable emotion. Now, when it's a court card on the inside, if you have placement in Pisces, look at what house it's in. Look at the astrology over these 2 weeks. Like, I'm a Pisces moon, so if I was in this collective, I would absolutely look at, you know, well, what's going on with Pisces. Jupiter is in Pisces right now, expanding illusions and also busting them, depending on how you play that game. So this isn't about a Pisces in your life and the outside world. This is about how your emotions change, right? Now, your Scorpio, fixed water, right? That depth, that intuition, very Plutonian, transformative, very deep, like fertile water. Unfortunately, like swamp water is a good example of that, right? Can't see through it, right? Usually opaque, deep that way. Where Pisces is, you know, surfing the wave, dude, as well as bottom of the Mariana Trench. So it's a lot there. So we're looking at a very heart chakra thing there. But in terms, but Pisces is also the sign of illusion and delusion, as well as mysticism and deep, intimate connection with the divine. So maybe there are some romantic delusions in play here. Like, let's pick one, for example. Oh, once we meet, I will never be unhappy or lonely again. Womp womp. Come on, that's an inside job. So I think we're looking at emotional process work here, a form of shadow work. It's all interconnected, but certainly you got to feel it. But as a Scorpio, you don't necessarily have to tell anybody, right? No one has to, but plenty of people do. They'll put it on their timeline, their feed ASAP. I'm a Virgo, I don't do that, but I have a Pisces moon, so I feel it. So let's get the lower 3 chakras, the masculine energy, looking at yourself from the outside in, right, and checking yourself out horizontally, or you from the inside out, looking at people, places, and things, because this is relationships in the physical world, the yang, the masculine dynamic. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. I feel this. All right. So I call upon my gods of water, the sign of Scorpio, powers of the West, beloved gods of fixed water. Just one card in clarity, please, for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. watching this video, receiving this reading? What do they need to know from the outside in, inside out, lower 3 chakra dynamic? Solar plexus chakra, personal power. Second chakra, relational power to another person or thing. Money, sex, power, creativity, very much the Scorpio zone. Root chakra, groups, tribes, circles of friends, physical body, the physical world, and their relationships to it and in it. What do they need to be aware of to alchemize the Knight and the Eighth? With Mami Watu, the Mermaid, the Pisces card in the inner, this full to new December 2022, the Fool card, Dionysus with his, well, he's not with his thrisis, but boy can he throw a party, about to jump off the cliff. The Fool. Now the Fool does not have a numeric value, it is the 0, right? So it's not the first card in the tarot. It's the space between the world and the Fool, the universe and the dream, whatever, you know, the artist uses in the Fool's journey of the tarot. So this is a leap of faith, certainly that is true, but if this is not you from the outside looking in, then it's somebody for sure, because when it's a major arcana card, right, like this one was definitely cups, right, water, heart chakra. When it's major arcana, it's all of the chakras in that field, in this case the lower 3 chakras. So this could be somebody coming into your life, maybe with a new quest, right, a knight taking the Fool's journey or the hero's journey, but in the tarot it is the Fool's journey. You may not know what's going to happen, but your heart might be feeling 2 ways about it, and that is the balance of lead to gold there in the heart, the emotional part of it, right? The difference between courage and cowardness. Courage, the heart. Courage, mon amour, right? The heart. It's where the word comes from, French. So there's a lot of emotional power here, but your honor code is going to have to be intact to do this right, which means listening to your survival intuition chakras. Lower 3 chakra, your solar plexus will tell you when something's violating your honor code, which love of honor, the Knight, right? In the gold. Second chakra will tell you yes or no if something's a match, down to whether you are attracted to or repelled by something, even choosing items on a menu, really. But it takes time to develop that, to ask it yes or no questions, be able to feel the answers without trying to change the answers is tricky. And root chakra, intuition, that fight or flight, it's like, I don't feel right here, let's get out of here, I don't want to know why. Or, your root chakra connects with the energy field and it feels like home wherever you are. Somewhere in between, perhaps. So it feels like, considering you got a masculine family archetype and your masculine energy is giving you the Greek god Dionysus, my natal patron, the god of ecstasy, wine, and transcendence. Also badness. You know, he's allowed to have a bad day. Everybody is, particularly if he's got a Pisces mood. But you can feel that, right? So there's something here, a new opportunity, but one that you haven't initiated yet, but you're there over the 2-week period. So, makes sense. Let's clean some stuff out. Let's do some shadow work to make that jump a little less encumbered, which is why we're going to grab a healing mantra card from the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck. Little mantra goes a long way in shadow work, particularly if you memorize it and you find it coming back through the subconscious throughout the day, right? So let's ask the Ascended Masters of masculine energy, what's going on here? Please take a nice deep breath. And remember, this is not about biological gender. This is archetype. If you're too literal, sometimes you miss the message entirely. Still point. And here we go. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of masculine energy, the Yang dynamic, universally so, please, one card in clarity for the Scorpio Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Lyons, and Cross Watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the perfect healing mantra to help them alchemize from the dark night to the light night, from shadow to lead, a shadow to lead, a shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, with that Pisces card, that mutable water in their heart chakra, and the Fool in their lower 3. Like there's something inspiring them, calling them forward. What do you got for them? Please, the perfect healing mantra to help them do this alchemy, this shadow work, this full to new December 2022. Polishing my heart. Feeling is a power that helps me heal. work. Look, feelings like water are supposed to pass through us. If we don't actually feel them, they have to go somewhere. Remember, energy can't be created or destroyed, only changed. Even emotional energy. So what it tends to do is go into the cell tissue biochemically. Every emotion has biochemical components. It's a thing. it is, right? So, and those things can be passed down if they're not dealt with, right, to your children, like ancestral patterns, and all sorts of physical stuff can go along with that too. So, you know, feeling is a power that helps you heal. No, it is a power, and one that if you can do with loyalty, perhaps in romance, with chivalry and a code of honor to do this, you could really help this world, because the world needs more honorable people in it. And to do that from an emotional space, to honor what you're feeling, sometimes by just feeling the feelings in your heart and going, well, thank you for telling me. No, I honor that. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'm here for you, right? Being safe space for yourself. Let's see what Mr. Khan has to say. Polishing my heart. Feeling is a power that helps me heal. And with the Pisces moon, I kind of feel like it's a superpower. Sigma empaths unite. When your heart is polished, you are able to honor each emotion for its potent healing properties. Even despair and depression give you the opportunity to alchemize lead into gold. It's just how it is. A polished heart doesn't take sides, cast blame, or maintain grudges. It faces life openly, willing to feel whatever sensations life may inspire, just for the chance to transform to higher aspects of perfection, which is the lead to gold journey. It's what spiritual awakening and spiritual healing is about. This mantra is ideal for unraveling emotional stuckness, which mutable water doesn't feel like that's that, right? Easing worry, maybe, is in there, and cultivating bravery. Cultivating, meaning, you know, it's not Alka-Seltzer, right? Drop, drop, plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, how much courage he is, right? No, this is something that you cultivate little bit by little bit. Do the alchemy. Do the alchemy. Do the shadow work. Really, The Shadow Effect featuring Debbie Ford. There's a link in the description box. It's free on YouTube. It's a really good production value and a good intro to shadow work, particularly the scene in the swimming pool with the beach balls. You'll see what I mean. Good. That really drove it home. I never forgot that, obviously. So we got a knight polishing their heart. Let's ask the higher selves, what about with the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angelo Hartfield. We're also using her Whispers of Lord Ganesh, as I said, to help remove those 3 atoms in lead so it becomes gold. The higher selves of all involved. If this is a solo journey, then it's just your higher self collective. If there are other people involved, and this is indeed romantic, they're involved too. Please take a nice deep breath. But higher selves usually come to a quorum relatively quickly. Still point. Well, that feels very different. All right. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, insight needed for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Cross Watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, so that they can alchemize the night from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, Pisces on the inner, Dionysus the Fool on the outer, lower 3 chakras, polishing their heart. Feeling is a power that helps them heal an emotion. Feeling is a power that helps them heal. They don't have to tell anybody about it if they don't want. So what is the guidance, the grace, the love, the wisdom, the power for the Scorpio and the Cross Watchers this full to new December 2022? Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. That definitely gave this a romantic tilt. But don't be tilting too many windmills, Don Quixote. That's Don space Q-U-I-O-T. It's not Don Quixote, which is what I thought it was until I was 12 years old. Got good educated. No, this is very, very, very that. It's like demonstrate love. But you may be feeling a couple of different ways. I don't know. The dolphin saying, yeah! And the shark saying, no! Right? Well, you got to feel both sides of it. Both of those sides deserve to be heard within you. Both of those energies within you deserve more love, not less. Thanks, Matt Kahn. But as you just feel it, it's going to help you heal it just feeling it. You can only heal what you acknowledge. All right? So to demonstrate love, to go deep on that, to really resolve that within yourself. And I would say bust a move on the new moon in Capricorn once you've feeling this a little bit more. Once you've polished your heart. All right? Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. So no, is that absolutely romantic? I don't know. People can have a romantic family holiday where it's just like, oh, it's so wonderful. You know, romance is a weird word. It goes back to the 14th century. Really doesn't mean what people call it now originally. But certainly there's a journey there as well. So definitely we're putting love in action here. It's not an action family archetype. It's a masculine family archetype. But it's not the king. It's the knight. Interesting. Let's get that knight. An animal companion, because everybody's got spirit animals and totems. They're not quite the same thing. I've been coming up with different ways to say this as a spiritual teacher just for video. Like, I think of all the cats and dogs that I had. They're not pets in my family. They're family, my fur family, right? From my very first kitten and puppy down to my boys, my 3 black cat boys that I have. Follow me on Instagram. I'm always snapping pictures of them because they're goofy and gorgeous, like me, like mama. But so all of them are individual spirit animals, but the totem of the cat and the totem of the dog are the sum total of all catness and dogness. That wasn't even a Hunger Games reference, but I guess it was. So let's see what the Divine Animals Oracle by Stacey DeMarco can convey from the animal pantheons of the divine. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Yep. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross watchers, watching this video, receiving this reading, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, helping them, giving them the guidance, the grace, the love, the wisdom, power, protection, support they need to alchemize the night in the 8th, Pisces on the inner, Fool on the outer, polishing their heart and demonstrating love. This full to new December 2022. You got the peregrine falcon. I hear she has a school. Oh, Ava Green, I adore you. The peregrine, the fastest moving bird, according to my ornithological friends, right? Because of its size, it's able, I think it is the fastest bird, unless somebody clocked something new. Your key word here is observation. Oh, and definitely an Egyptian vibe here, right? The falcon's eye, the left, right, both eyes of Horus. What number was that? Number 25. Just going to read you the first part and the last part, the verbal description, and the magical application. But this book has got so much more, and it's a chunky little bookie book. Very, very good stuff. Breathe. Card number 25, Peregrine Falcon. Observation, keyword. Take a step back and simply observe a situation right before you leap. That makes sense. Listen and watch before you decide on a course of action, demonstrating love. As acting rashly will not serve you in your current situation. You are being supported by powerful forces. Do not fear. You are protected. That protection part, and protection maybe from yourself, right? Are you going to be the dark knight or the light knight, right? The lead knight or the gold knight? Sounds like a DC franchise. The magic, the primary magic of the peregrine is one of protection. The energy is one of an all-seeing observer and protector from on high. Work with peregrine magic when you need some powerful safeguarding or support. The other element I love about working with peregrine energy is the wise observational quality it provides. When you need to make a decision about a situation and need to have more information to do so, like jumping off this cliff and demonstrating love, this animal will help you see the full view and to be patient about the gathering of information. So honestly, I would say do the shadow work and don't bust a move until new moon. Because we will be on the other side of Yule. We'll no longer be in the dark half of the year. We'll be in the light half, and then you can begin planting that seed come the Capricorn new moon. I like it. Nice. You got some wings. Well, there are 3 symbols for Scorpio in the ancient texts. Of course, the scorpion that stings, the eagle that flies highest and sees furthest, and the scorpion, the phoenix that obviously is constantly transforming, rising, going to ash and rising again. Well, I mean, they do have some lag time in between ashing, I suppose. Big pain in the ash. So observation, demonstrate love, right? So there is an external component here. Like, just observe, right? Step back, see things before you take this jump, this leap. Feel what you're feeling, but know that it might not all be comfortable, right? There might be some fear in there. There might be a real heart intuition going, I don't know, something feels off here, right? That's okay. Take the journey. But demonstrating love, remember, that can start with self too. We don't have to do this right now. It's okay. I love you. It's all right. I honor you. You're scared. It's all right. I know, right? Particularly, again, with Chiron going direct in Aries, the sign of the child, there could even... Childhood issues can affect all sorts of stuff in adult life. Believe me. Believe me. Yeah, adult children. It's a thing. Of alcoholics, etc. Just one application of that archetype. So let's get rid of some, let's remove some obstacles with the Whispers of Lord Ganesh. I cannot tell you how lovely it feels to do this with this particular deck, because it is a direct hotline to the wonderful energy of the divine being, Lord Ganesh. She says Ganesha, which is fine. It's absolutely accurate and appropriate. The elephant-headed Hindu god of success, prosperity, and removing of obstacles. He's absolutely darling. I love his company. Please take a nice deep breath. I mean, being in his company, you know, like Ganesh Incorporated, if that's a thing, it probably is. Breathe. Still point. And those ocean wave sounds in the background are so on point. As I call to the beloved Lord Ganesh, God of prosperity, God of success in more ways than just financial, right? The success, overcoming, victory in that way. And of course, remover of obstacles, please. One card in clarity for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. Please, beloved one, what is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message to help them remove these obstacles so they can alchemize the night from shadow to light, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, lead to gold, with Pisces on the inner, the Fool on the outer, polishing the heart, demonstrating love with observation. This full to new, December 2022. Courage. There it is. There it is. Courage, mon amour. Right back to that heart chakra. All right. All right. There we go. I'm not going to say it again what my 4 skills are. Go watch other videos, but I got 4 of them. One of them is I have cool hair. The other one is the gods put the right cards in my hand. Watch other videos to find out what it is. The other 2. Oh. Card number, what is that, 50? Is this the last card in the deck? Could it be? Yes, it could. Is that Ganesha's something good? Maybe we'll know. Come on, man. 48. Come on. 49 it is. The last card. Courage. Look. Riding a white lion. Isn't that a band from the 80s? Didn't realize he toured. Breathe in the Ganesh courage. Still point. That's our second to last card down. The warmth of your open heart can give comfort to all who cross your path. Now that's a knight. I'm waiting for a knight. The root word for courage is cœur. What do you know? Which is the French word for heart. Courage comes from the heart. It is an inner strength guided by love, which seeks truth and justice, just like the strength card in tarot. When you have the courage to be true to yourself, you start to feel empowered to act and live in ways true to your own soul without any illusion. See, that's the romantic delusions. Ganesha is urging you to let down your guard and stop wearing a mask We're asking this of Scorpios. Begin to have more respect for yourself as well as others. Beware of making harsh judgments about yourself and others. I'm not really feeling that, but the observational part, you could find things that aren't so great. Beware of making harsh judgments about yourself or others. When you come from the heart, you will find that you relate better to others. Your innate gifts will be able to shine through. You are capable of leadership, achievement, and inspiring others to succeed through your own success. It's called doing it by example. When you draw this card, it is a sign that your ability to cooperate and thrive in peer ventures with like-minded individuals is heightened. That could be a leap into a more career-oriented, collaboration thing. Be willing to do what is needed for things to run smoothly for you. Ganesha promises great success if you're willing to let down your walls. I mean, we're talking about Scorpios. The only one with higher walls are Virgos, and my legs are crossed under the table. He is pictured here on the powerful lion inherited from his mother Parvati. The lion represents the fierce nature of Ganesha. He calls on you now to trust the fearless part of your being, your own inner lion, and invites you to work with him to learn how to be valiant and harness your heart's great courage. That's amazing, because it's going to take courage to jump off the cliff, right, so to speak. Not Lover's Leap, darlings. Don't go there. That'll be an ouchie. No, but you can do this with demonstrating love with courage, but with observation, the right time, the right place. Just don't overthink it. But the heart will tell you. The heart will tell you. But with that Pisces, that could be very empathic, right? Feeling, observing what you're feeling, observing what you're sensing in other people, perhaps. But also, I do get that image of dolphin and shark. Like, who's going to rule that one? I mean, a dolphin shark is a thing, I think. Or shark dolphin, I think it's a dolphin shark. I'll ask my Scorpio friend, who's a marine biologist. Colleen, if you're watching, you can clarify that on Patreon if you like. But yeah, no, following the heart here. This is a very emotional read. We got water, obviously, with the Cups card. But polishing your heart, this is all about feeling. But I don't see anybody pulling a trigger here. At least not, you know what I mean. Hitting the go button, pick your metaphor. Don't cancel me! I'm really non-violent, but I'm a Virgo witch from New York. Don't cross me either. Let's get that hidden blessing, the gold within the lead, in this Knight archetype, that if you just do your best, right, you'll get there. The Blessed Bee deck by Lucy Cavendish. A little, what's the hidden blessing, right? A little clue, a little tip, a little hint, a little light at the end of this night tunnel. Hey, Sabbers. Jumps in with Mama. Oh, I think my boy needs me. I'm glad we're doing this. I'll be right back. Goofy black kitty, that's my Sabby, my oldest. He's like 15 years old and he gives me these eyes. I've had him since he was itty bitty teeny tiny. Found him on my mom's front porch. I can't resist him. I can't. I love that boy so much. I love all black cats. I love cats in general. I am the Archangel of Lyons. So let's get the hidden blessing here. Let's do the prayer. Once I'm going to read it from the bookie book. We do the blessing for real. But then after the end of that, it officially ends the reading, but then I have to release the Scorpio Collective, and I usually do it by letting the goofy run free. Worth waiting for. Please take a nice deep breath. At least I like to think so. Still point. Yeah, I feel that. Okay. As I call upon the pantheons of all pantheons, a delegation from all traditions, lineages, and cultures for the Scorpio Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the lead? The gold within the lead. The hidden blessing. It's already there. It's part of the plan. It's totally written into the code of the video game called humanity for the Scorpio Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. But give them a clue, a tip of hand. Some light at the end of that tunnel to help them alchemize the night from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, Pisces on the inner, Fool on the outer, polishing their heart, demonstrating love with observation and courage. This full to new December 2022. A blessing on a journey. A blessing on a journey, man. She looks like she is straight out of an MC Beaton Regency novel. I love MC Beaton. Bless her soul. May she rest until she comes back. Card number 22, a blessing on a journey. Now, I will say, it may not be a literal journey. It may be a hero's journey. It may be a knight's journey. There's a difference in archetype between the knight. There's a difference between the knight archetype and the hero archetype. The hero archetype is the action family. The knight is the masculine, and Sacred Contracts by Carolyn Mace is still one of the best books ever written for me personally. No controversy. I'm keeping it in the eye, or I should say me. Hold on. What's with the pages today? Blessing to bring prosperity close but no cigar. Number 21. Blessing on a journey. I don't think we've ever read this one. I've only had it for a year. Well, like I said, at the end of this, the reading ends. When I say the end of the blessimation, right? The do this thing. So yeah, this makes sense. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheons of all pantheons, please transmit this blessing. Card number 22, a blessing on a journey. A blessing on your time away from home and on the road. Wow, if you're traveling for the holidays. A blessing on the in-between, the liminal space, the borderlands you will inhabit. Yeah, we have read this one before. May the road you take be blessed as you begin to journey into the unknown, for while you may have plans and a map and compass to guide you, there is much that will surprise and amaze you. May what, did I miss something? No. May the leaving of home be done with ease, knowing it will be safe until you return to its shelter once more. May you experience the joy of anticipation. Let the moment of embarkation be a great thrill when you take flight or board ship or car or whatever vehicle it is that will see you safely across the miles. Let there be elation. May you encounter kindness upon the road, strangers who show the very best of themselves, and may there be hospitality and delightful turns of good luck, serendipitous meanings, and quiet moments too, so you can fully absorb the adventures of each day. May the adventurous spirit within you be delighted by your wanderings, and may you relish to the full each day upon the strange road you are traveling. Well, you are Scorpios. May the purpose of the journey be blessed. Whether you leave excited or reluctant, may whatever trip it is you take be fulfilled in its spirit, and may the days fill themselves with future memories that will feed your soul for years to come. Wow. Very much color, magic, light, fantastic. Terry Pratchett, Discworld. May the skies shine down on you. That's hard to say. May the plans you made be exceeded by their reality. May all go more than well for you. And when it comes time to return home, traveler, may your home open its arms and take you in, and may there be friends with whom to tell the tales of the road and share the gifts you have returned with. Arrive home safely, enriched with discovery, inspired and open-hearted, and full of love for this world we dwell within. For it is wondrous, and this you have found to be the truth. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So motivating. Blessed be and safe journey. That's really nice. But you know, I gotta say, for a knight, this could definitely be a literal journey or a metaphoric archetypal journey. The knight's journey, the knight of romance, the chivalric journey, meaning chivalry. There's a lot on the table there. So look, if you want to book me for a private reading, I do readings like this kind of tone all the time for people. There is a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal will explain everything you want to know about booking a reading with Mal, but might have been afraid to ask. podcast. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, just subscribe and hit the notification bell. In the next hour or so, I have to call and see if I'm being called for jury duty in a couple of days. So I'm scheduling these just in case I have to go and miss a day of work here in my own home. But if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mel, come Patreon on Patreon, Thwarp. I'm telling you, I'm the fun one. I got cool hair. God's put the right cards in my hand, and I know what I'm talking about because I've been reading tarot since I am 12 years old and I am 54. Yeah, I know what I'm looking at. And I love you. Come Patreon on Patreon. We're having so much fun over there. And just click the link and check it out. I'm sure something will grab your interest if you're into the deeper dive. And I'm certainly glad to provide the deeper dive. Did I turn that off yet? I don't remember. Well, it's gone now. Wishing you all the very best and the very blessed. Do the shadow work. You're built for it, Scorpios. You are the transformers of the universe because you're more than meets the eye. I love you. Hang in there. Have at it. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.